Hey friends, Sean from SGT Report here. Before we begin this video about the second wave, just a quick note, please make sure you stay subscribed to my channel. I want to show you guys something. My latest interview with Zach McElroy, the Facebook insider and whistleblower, was only seen by 5% of my subscribers. 31,000 views, that's around 5% of my 600,000 subscribers. Let me show you why that's happening. Those of you familiar with YouTube's inner workings know that when you enter your description and all of the information about the video, there's a More Options tab. And when I click on that in the case of all of my videos, you'll notice that Distribution Everywhere is grayed out. I can't click on it, I can't change it, I can't do anything about it. And down here, you see this grayed out bar? Publish to the subscriptions feed and allow notifications to subscribers. Okay, look, allow embedding, I can click or unclick it. My video contains paid promotion, click or unclick. This one, publish to the subscriptions feed and allow notifications to subscribers, is grayed out, I can't change it. It's my belief that on YouTube's end, those are unclicked. So that's why when I put up a new video, only 5 to 10% of my total subscribers are seeing it. Now let me show you what happens to a conservative channel when the game isn't fixed against that channel. We'll take a look at Dr. Steve Turley here. Now Turley does a good job. I have nothing against the man, and his channel is growing like gangbusters. Now when he posts a video, here's one from 2 hours ago, 35,000 views. Here's one from 21 hours ago, 216,000 views, and here's one from a day ago, 557,000 views. Now the man has 350,000 subscribers, just slightly more than half the number I have, but often his video count will exceed his total number of subscribers. Now one reason is he shows up in my suggested feed all the time, and the other thing is that I'm betting his bars about Distribution Everywhere and notify subscribers isn't grayed out. So I'm just getting this on the record so that if and when Senator Josh Hawley's bill is passed allowing people like me to sue YouTube for tortious interference and censorship, I can demonstrate my case. Now guys, back to the second wave. As the second wave becomes the lead headline on mainstream media, Bill Gates is back, and he says the final hurdle to distributing a COVID-19 vaccine will be convincing people to take it. One wonders if manipulating data and statistics will be a part of that agenda to convince. Many of you may already have seen this, but for those who haven't, check this out. When you do a Google search for cases, you can enter any number you'd like, and you will get returns, news returns, reports about that number of new cases all over the globe. Whether it's 666 cases, or 999 cases, or 2,000 cases. Over 2,000 cases of coronavirus reported in Florida last 2 days. How about 312 cases? That's a number they seem to like. 312 new cases of COVID-19. Harris County, June 11th, 312 cases. Dallas County, 312 new cases. Seems like Google is stacking the deck in favor of Bill Gates and an agenda, when the reality is that in a state like Minnesota, of the 1,446 deaths attributed to COVID, more than 1,000 of those who died were elderly in long-term care facilities. And just like that, they're ready to shut down the economy again in many states on the back of news reports like these. Miami-Dade County will close all beaches for the 4th of July weekend due to a spike in coronavirus cases. And Spiro notes, almost time to celebrate our freedoms. Now back to Bill Gates. Speaking to Anderson Cooper at a CNN town hall on Thursday, Gates insisted the U.S. was experiencing a rebound in COVID-19 infections, even accounting for the increase in testing. Gates seemed miffed that Washington wasn't following his instructions more closely, complaining that it's possible to ramp up testing for a new pathogen very, very fast, noting other countries are restraining their behavior, imposing restrictive lockdowns and quarantines, and adopting comprehensive contact tracing. And Gates lamented, some people almost feel like it's a political thing, which is unfortunate. And Gates boasted, the logistics in the U.S. are not an issue. We can get this thing out there, before acknowledging that you will have a choice whether you take the vaccine or not, so that's the final hurdle. more than a third of Americans are suspicious of this vaccine, and Gates wants to convince that segment of the population to take the jab. Now, the good news, friends, is that there are politicians out there that are trying to get to the core of the truth as it relates to these deaths, especially the ones in nursing homes. More than half of all deaths attributed to COVID-19 have come from 5 states, and Steve Scalise just sent letters to Democrat governors of New York, New Jersey, California, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, demanding that they explain why they ignored protocols and forced COVID-19 patients into nursing homes. The outcome was obviously devastating, he writes. Families who lost loved ones deserve answers. The tragedy was avoidable. By all accounts, New York's handling of the crisis in its nursing homes has been a colossal failure. Cuomo ignored federal guidelines and forced them to accept contagious patients anyway. We need to know why. Governor Cuomo can't dodge accountability for nursing home deaths forever. And friends, it's not just the governors that are feeling the heat right now. The Democrat criminal governors that helped inflate these death numbers. The House Coronavirus Task Force is also launching a probe into the largest nursing home operators themselves. This from the High Wire with Del Bigtree.
We're finally seeing some action from a federal level on the nursing home crisis. House Coronavirus Task Force launches probe into largest nursing home operators. This is the U.S. House of Representatives Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Crisis. They sent letters to the 5 largest for-profit nursing home companies in the U.S., asking them a multitude of questions over their handling of this nursing home crisis. So in the article, they quote, from the companies, the panel wants details on coronavirus cases and deaths, testing, personal protective equipment, staffing levels and pay, legal violations, and efforts to prevent further infections. It also wants more clarity regarding how companies use funds received from the CARES Act.
Now, friends, it's never been more clear in the history of the United States which side the Democrats are on in the battle for good and evil. And frankly, it's never been more clear which side Google and the big tech companies are on, as in the case of COVID cases. You literally can type in any number you like, and you will be met with news returns that help prop up the Bill Gates version of what's going on with COVID. A second wave in which you will be expected and perhaps required to take the vaccine. Friends, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. I want to thank you for making sure you stay subscribed to SGT Report on YouTube. And please remember, you can always find my latest 3 videos at the very top of sgtreport.com, where you will also find the real news of the day, the antidote to corporate propaganda. Thanks for tuning in. God bless. Bye-bye.
Section 230 is being pushed in the fore. We put a spotlight on it, and we're talking about that again because I think that's the best avenue to pursue some reform and actual substantive change regarding this stuff.